you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I start every video off by saying it has been so long since I uploaded, but this time it really has been a very long time since I've uploaded, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I've had a lot of changes in my life. I am currently, you might notice I'm filming somewhere completely new. I have recently gotten my own apartment and I absolutely love it. So yeah, we just have a little bit of a change of scenery behind me, and I don't even have like a TV stand right now. So I do finally have a couch though. That took several weeks to get in, but I do have a couch and a mattress now. I was sleeping in a sleeping bag. It was rough. But today I'm going to be reviewing a brand new foundation. I was scrolling through Ulta.com in their new arrivals section and I saw this foundation and I hadn't seen it anywhere before. No one has reviewed it that I have personally seen. So I knew that I wanted to pick it up. No Ulta around me had it in stock or like had it yet. So I checked Target and it said that the Target like right near my apartment had it. So I went in there, picked it up, and it is the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass All Day Wear Foundation. And I'm not really one for cussing, but like it's in the name, so I kind of had to say it, right? I've got my laptop here in front of me. I'm just kind of reading through. It looks like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 shades, so not very many. I bought the lightest shade possible, and I'm on Ulta's website right now, and it says that the lightest shade on here is 01N, and when I picked this up it only had like 01 on it. It doesn't have like the neutral, the N or anything. So there's 01N, 02W, 03C, 04W, so there definitely isn't many options. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to find your shade, you might not be able to. So that is definitely a downside with this foundation already. I've never tried Soap & Glory's products before. I see them all the time in like every store that I go into, but I've never personally tried them. So this is a completely new experience for me. But I'm just gonna kind of go through here and read you guys what this foundation is all about. It says the benefits of this foundation is it's supposed to be long-lasting or 24-hour wear, waterproof, humidity-proof, sweat-proof, and there's no chance of the dreaded cake face. And it's supposed to be, let's see, it's a lightweight medium coverage foundation, and it's not supposed to smudge or melt off. So we're definitely gonna be testing this out today. I'm gonna see how many hours of wear I can get out of this foundation, and I'm ready to test it out. So I've scooted a little bit closer. This foundation does have a pump on it underneath the cap, and it says that you can use your fingers, a sponge, or a brush to apply this. So I'm gonna do one half of my face with a sponge and then the other half with a brush and see which one looks better. So I'm just gonna start with like a little bit on my skin. I've already primed my skin with my Physicians Formula Rose All Day serum. That's what I always use, so I know that it works well for my skin. It usually doesn't make my foundation weird or anything. So we're sticking with something that I know. And then I'm also going to use this Morphe sponge that I've really been liking. And we're going to see what this foundation looks like with a sponge first. I'm really not expecting like that full of coverage because it's only supposed to be a medium coverage foundation. Yeah, it's definitely not covering everything, but it doesn't look bad going on my skin yet. I will definitely try to build it up as well. Alright, so here is the first half of my face done with the sponge, and I think that it actually looks pretty stinking good. I was looking on Ulta's website and it doesn't say anywhere if it's supposed to be matte or dewy, and it looks just kind of like a demi-matte finish. It doesn't look too matte and drying, but it also doesn't look too luminous on the skin either, so it's right there in between and it looks like a really, really nice finish. I am seeing my pores like pretty well right here in my cheek area, but I usually do with foundations because I don't usually use like a pore filling primer. I might need to try that at some point, but usually I see my pores, so that's nothing new for me. But yeah, so far this foundation actually looks really, really good. So on this other side of my face, I'm going to use a brush for that. And I get questions all the time about what brush that I use. And this is the, I think you pronounce it, Miko Beauty flat top brush. And this is what I always use. If I use a brush for my foundation, this is the one that I use. I try to use like the same amount on this side. This foundation is also like super easy to blend out. I don't feel like it's trying to stick on my face in one spot and then not blend out. All right, so the application really wasn't that bad, but I think that I prefer the sponge side. It looks just like a little bit smoother over here, but I think you could use either the brush or the sponge, honestly. Like, it doesn't look bad on either side, but I think that I just prefer the sponge side over the brush. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do one more layer on each side and use my sponge for that and see if we can build up the coverage just a little bit, because I definitely do see like my freckles and some spots peeking through. Definitely not full coverage, and it doesn't claim to be, so I'm not taking any points off for that one because it does claim to only be a medium coverage. But it's a pretty full medium coverage, if that makes sense. And one thing that I'm noticing is that it's already like settling into my smile lines, which is not very good, but that's something that I can deal with if it looks good the rest of the day, and that's my only problem. But right now it definitely is settling into my smile lines. All right, so that second layer is done, and my skin, it's looking actually a lot better than I thought it was going to, besides the smile lines are definitely there. I'm not noticing it oxidize at all either, which is really, really great in my book. A lot of my foundations are terrible about oxidizing, and I hate that. But this seems to be a pretty good color match for me. I'm not usually the lightest shade in foundations, so if you consider yourself like very, very pale, I would not suggest you get this because this isn't really that pale at all for the lightest shade. So just keep that in mind. As for the darker shades, it really looks like there's only like maybe 4 deeper shades, like, and they don't even look, I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be one of those foundations where it might be really good, but no one can find their shade in it. So in the long run, like, it just doesn't work out for people. But it looks really, really nice on my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, I got the rest of my makeup on, and it actually looks really, really good with everything on top of it. My concealer blended out really easily over top of it, and all of my powders, my bronzers and blush went over top of it really, really easily and really nicely. So I'm gonna try to get up a little bit closer if you can see. It looks like really smooth, just really nice. And I hope that it lasts throughout the day. I'm still getting some of the settling in my smile lines, but it isn't like too badly. It's not any worse than any other foundation. It just, what worries me is it happened really quickly. I feel like this foundation dried down pretty well, and I don't feel like it's gonna like smudge off, so I think that was one of its claims, that it won't smudge or transfer, and I definitely believe that. Like, it feels like it's on my face really, really well. But I'm gonna go throughout my day for a couple more hours and then do another check-in and show you guys what this foundation is looking like. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. All right, I'm trying to get like the last couple seconds of daylight because I don't have my filming lights here at my apartment yet. But this foundation is looking so good. It's been on now for almost a full 6 hours, which is awesome because it's looking so good. And like, I love how well my other makeup went on top of it. I am actually like really amazed at how much I like this foundation. My smile lines haven't really gotten any worse. They're pretty much looking the same as they did when I first put the foundation on. One thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video was the price of this foundation. So on Ulta's website, it is for sale for $16 even, I think. But right now it's on sale at Target for I think like $11.19 or $11 and some change. So if you're wanting to save some money on this foundation, definitely get it at Target. I'm not really sure when this is going to be available, like in Ulta stores, or if it's available in other Ultas already, but it's definitely not available at any Ulta near me. I think I got lucky with it being at Target, which I'm totally thankful for because I really, really wanted to test it out. But like I said, this foundation is looking amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. So I'm gonna check in just a couple more hours, show you what this foundation looks like right before I take it off and go to bed. And so yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple more hours. All right, you guys, I apologize for the lighting. I completely lost any daylight. This foundation has been on for almost 12 hours and I am seriously so unbelievably impressed. I have the same like smile line issue that I did earlier. My in between my eyebrows, it started to like look a little bit cakey, but it wasn't anything terrible, and I just kind of like wiped it away and it was fine. The lipstick didn't really last through the Arby's roast beef and cheddar, but the foundation is still looking awesome around my mouth considering I ate that. And it just, like, this foundation just looks really, really good. I would definitely consider it more on the matte side. I usually have pretty dry skin now after being off of Accutane and everything, and it didn't like make me look dry or anything anywhere, but it also like wasn't very luminous. So I'm gonna say that this is a pretty matte foundation, but I really, really like it, and I would definitely recommend you going and trying to find your shade at least. I know that that's gonna be probably a hard thing for a lot of people because there's only, what, 12 shades that I say, but I really, really like this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.